Hey, hey, hey.
Morning, morning.
How's it going, folks? So, I'm Siam, this is Mark, both from DSV, and last week in Paris, Mark had an amazing idea.
Oh, that's very, very good of you. Simon and I were out in Paris last week for Proof of Talk, which was a really, really good event. And some of our favourite subnets were out there and loads of other Bittensor people. And we were talking about what our role is in this Bittensor ecosystem, because we can't develop stuff. We're just not very good at developing AI architecture. I think that's fair to say. So our role is to bring money in. Our role is to get investors, get investment, get capital in, get it deployed in those teams that are building the rails, building the infrastructure of this protocol. And one of the challenges that we thought that people have is understanding what Bittensor is, what Tau is, what's being built out, why it's being built out, why decentralized matters, why it's different to OpenAI, and kind of where the future is. So to help with that, we thought we would launch something new, and something that maybe fills some of the gaps in around the outside of Novelty Search. We love Novelty Search. There was a live Novelty Search last week on Paris. And it's technical, and it's more technical than I can understand. And my guess is that it's more technical than lots of people can understand. And that's the barrier to entry here. We thought we'll do something about it. So we are doing this mini X live, YouTube live stream to break the news that we are going to be launching over the next couple of days, something that we are calling revenue search, not novelty search, revenue search. And it's going to be same but different. We're not going to try and redo novelty search. We're going to be focused on asking the very, very simple questions of the subnet owners. What do you do? How do you solve a problem? How many people have got that problem? What's the value of having that problem solved? How are you going to make money? When is that money going to flow in? And that's what we're going to kick off. We hope you think it's a good idea. We're going to give it a go.
Yeah, and as you can see, this is mostly going to be revenue focused. And like one of the reasons why I love Bittensor so much is that, yes, it sort of straddles crypto, straddles AI, but it also straddles PE/VC. And I've been buying and selling businesses for over a decade now. And every time I look at a new business, you have to start from scratch. Like, who are the people? What is their track record? What do they do? Are they, ambitious? Are they, do they have tenacity and all that sort of stuff? And then you go down into the weeds of the metrics and the business. But ultimately, I believe this is my opinion, maybe Mark's as well, but in about 6 months' time, subnets that aren't bringing in real world revenue, I don't think will do that well. Okay, I sort of take that back. There are some subnets that I think will still do okay. But I think subnets that have real world revenue and they are converting a percentage of that revenue into their own alpha, I think that's the magical flywheel there. So, and our first one is Ken from SN34 Bitmind. A lot of people don't really know what Bitmind do other than its AI detection. And personally, until last week, I didn't know that Ken had much of a revenue plan, but he does. And I think these are going to be 15-minute sessions. Okay, this isn't going to be a 1 hour, 2 hour thing. The big deep dives like Novelty Search, Hash Rate, and Keith, they're all great. But these 15 minutes max. At 15 minutes, we're just going to cut the stream. Mid-sentence. And that way, there's going to be no schedule to these. We're just going to have them as often as possible. So if a subnet owner wants to come on and talk about a tiny bit of like a new news on their revenue or something that they're about to do or doing, jump on. And a subnet can feature on revenue search as many times as they want. So what I'd like to see, I want to see a pattern here. I want to see which subnets can regularly come on here and talk about revenue, because that's what interests me. Have I missed anything, Mark?
No. That's what we're looking for. So we have got a bunch of subnets lined up. Some of the subnets that we have done as OTC deals with, and we consider strategic partners. Some of the subnets that were out in Paris at Proof of Talk last week. If you are a subnet owner and you want to get involved, send us a message. We'd love to get something scheduled in. If you think there's something that we've missed, then let us know. Otherwise, we're going to crack on with this. We are feeling our way. We thought we'd just do a little intro to this so we can get the hang of the software and work out how this works and work out how we can do the stream. So the first one with Ken, we don't embarrass ourselves. But yeah, we're feeling our way on this, but we want to contribute. We want to allow the subnets that are doing good things to have a platform. We want to help people. And yeah, that's the plan.
Lovely. And I will. There's so many features to this. I'm just going to be geeking out.
Now you're just playing with the features.
Right. We will see you all Friday, 20th of June, 13:30 UK time. Really looking